Well, good morning. Here at Gold Valley on Middle Lake. My last practice today before my first match this century, which will be on Monday, also on Middle Lake at Gold Valley. Just to fill you in on my journey so far. So about 4 weeks ago I decided to get back into match fishing. I've got a bit of time on my hands, so I went out and bought a load of gear. I've spent the last 3 weeks after the tackle arrived practicing, mainly here, with a view to entering an open match here. So let's see where the journey takes me. So the rod I'm using today is a Preston Ascension feeder rod. This one's 10'8". I've got a 10'8" and an 11.5 foot. I'm using this with a method feeder, one of the ICS, Preston ICS method feeders that are free running, which is what's needed here at Gold Valley and on a lot of other fisheries. And on the hook I've got an 8mm pellet. I'm just filling the feeder, or packing the feeder with the mould with micro pellet and ground bait mix. Chucking to a margin about 25 metres away. Let's see how we get on. Well, the first cast of the day's gone out. Not great, didn't hit the clip. So had to reel in quite quickly to save getting a bird's nest of line. I've left the feeder out there. When I say I reeled in quite quickly, I just gave it a couple of turns, get a bit of tension on the line. I've left the feeder out there because I thought it'd get some feed in the general area, which is never a bad thing. I'm using a stopwatch so I can check on how long I'm in there. I aim to leave this out for about 3 minutes and then wind back in again. First cast of the day, as I say, so I'm just aiming to get a bit of bait out there at the moment. When I fished other pegs on here, so this is 85 and I fished all the way up the lake that way to 101, I think it goes up to. Fished most of those over the past 2 or 3 weeks, and it's very fishy. There's lots of fish in here. But I've never fished this peg before. This is the one the fishery manager put me on this morning when I said give me a peg that'll be in the match on Monday, and here we are. So feeder I'm starting with, feeding down in the margin down here on my right, a bit of sweet corn and 3 4mm pellets, and I'm going to start up a couple of pole lines probably in about half an hour, depending on how the feeder goes. Speak to you soon. Well, just had an hour on the feeder with no joy, few little knocks. Fished pellet 6mm, then 4mm for about 40 minutes, then a sweet corn for about 20 minutes, nothing. Came in on a short pole line on the bottom, top kick +2, fishing paste over micro pellet, and had a 4.5 pound carp straight away, so happy days. So we're 3 hours in. I've only got 9 pounds in the net, or caught and back in the lake. I've tried a long and a short line on the pole on pellet, paste and corn, and they don't seem to be having it. I'm back on the feeder now, but about 15 yards out, 15 metres out, and fairly close to a bank that's on my left, where I've seen some fish rolling around on the surface. I've got micro pellets and ground bait on the feeder, on the method feeder, and sweet corn on the hook bait, but nothing. The only other thing of note is that while I was adjusting the height of my float, a bare hook was dangling in the water on the end of my pole, and a 4 pound carp took it. So perhaps that's the answer. Perhaps I don't need bait, I just need to throw a few hooks in. I don't know. I don't know. Well, there we are, 6 hours on the bank, about £25 worth of fish in the end, all carp, no F1s at all down this end of the lake, and I tried everything. Last one was a £2.5, £3 mirror, which was absolutely stunning, caught on a 4mm pellet. I went down from 8 to 6 to 4 to start catching some fish. Not a huge amount of fish, not a huge weight, but I think I learned something for Monday. Still don't know what I'm doing, still don't know whether I'm going to start on pole or feeder, but we'll see what it's like on Monday. Thanks for watching.